Hi guys, welcome back to my new manga haul video. These are some of the latest manga releases in Japan, and I have almost 40 volumes here. My bookshelves are already struggling with space, but I have some really good new series to share in this video. As usual, I got all of them fresh from Animate or Mercari over the span of 2 months. Without further ado, let's get started. Firstly, we have Chainsaw Man Volume 18. I love seeing Yoda on the cover with a peace sign. She is just like Denji. Chainsaw Man Part 2 is now at a very critical phase, and everything is insane. I mean, it's more insane than usual, so I can't wait to read this. Next up, we have Witch Watch Volume 18. The anime has finally been announced after so many volumes. The author used to be an assistant for Gintama, and if you're looking for a good comedy manga, Witch Watch is a must read. There are actually so many characters in the manga right now, but I remember all of them. It is super funny and the jokes never get boring. The art is also very clean and I love how kawaii the characters are. This is the bonus card I got from Animate. Next up, Nue's Exorcist Volume 6. This action series started off really boring, but right now at 30 plus chapters, I think it's quite interesting. We are starting to see some real fights and our MC also developed new abilities which I think is really cool. So if you're looking for an action manga with some cute waifus, you can check it out. Next up, Blue Box Volume 16. This is a really good sports romance manga from Weekly Shonen Jump. This manga is so refreshing to read in the sense that it brings you back to the school days. This is a minor spoiler, but I love that the story doesn't end when the characters get into relationships. It is so wholesome and I love how the anime perfectly captured the vibe. Next up, Marriagetoxin Volume 10. This is an action manga with a bit of romance. The art of this manga is incredible as you can see, and the story is pretty good as well. Our male MC is an assassin and he's trying to find the love of his life by accepting various jobs and saving the girls. Most characters have their own backstories and they present it really well. Next up, Kill Blue Volume 6. Another assassin manga, but this is more towards the comedy side. It's about a legendary assassin who got turned into a kid and he is now studying in high school. I think it's pretty underrated because the story is really interesting and funny as well. I think it will stay on Weekly Shonen Jump for some time, so if you haven't read it yet, please do. Next up, the final volume of Mamayuyu, which is sadly cancelled by Weekly Shonen Jump. This final volume actually has a few more chapters that give the story a proper ending. The story definitely feels rushed, and I wish we had more time to understand the characters deeper. The ending is pretty satisfying, and I would still rate this manga a 7 out of 10. The author is still pretty new, and I think that he is a genius. It is sad that this manga has been cancelled, but I would look forward to the new work. Next up, Gokurakugai Volume 4. The story of this action manga is pretty okay, it's like 7 out of 10, but one thing that really stands out about this manga is the art. It is incredibly good. I wish we have more than one chapter every month. Next up, we have a new series that is not exactly new because it has been on hiatus for the longest time ever and it's recently made its return. It's another Weekly Shonen Jump series and it's about a dragon girl. Apparently, it's very rare to have horns in the world, and she found out that she is actually half dragon. I've heard many good things about this slice of life series, but I haven't started reading it yet. I also got Volume 2 here and it was just released in September. From the reviews I've read, this is a series to read if you want something chill, but if you are looking for something new and exciting, this might not be the one. I love how cute the cover design is. Look at that! Some of the bonus stuffs I got from Volume 1 and 2. This is so cute. Next, Koibami Shoujo Volume 1. This new romance harem manga is recommended by the author of Detective Conan, and you'll see why in a second. The premise of the story is extremely interesting. It is so different from anything I've seen before. Let's first take a look at the art. You can see that this is one of our female MC and she has split tongue, which is quite scary. Our male MC is afraid of girls, but one day he gets confessed to by 5 girls, and yes, on the same day. 4 of the girls are Koibami, which means love eaters. This creature will eat the emotion of love, so the human who got eaten cannot feel love anymore. Therefore, only one of the girls is actually in love with our male MC, and in order to respond to her, he has to find out who is that girl that is not a love eater. I love that there's a mystery element in this story, which is not uncommon in romance manga, but the stake is much higher in this manga. Being a romance manga, the art is really solid, the characters look cute. I haven't read this yet, but maybe I'll let you know what I feel about it and maybe even make a video on it if I really like it. So make sure you are subscribed to see that. Bonus card with a girl in anime uniform. Next up, Love Agency Volume 4, also the final volume. I have read all 4 volumes and it's such a good rom-com manga. It's sad that it got cancelled, but I would strongly recommend it if you like rom-com, especially because this is written by the author of Kaguya-sama, Akasaka. The story is actually much deeper than it seems, and it has a really positive message. I would give it a solid 8 out of 10. Next up, Idol Story Volume 5. The story is about an idol selection project. It's cute, it's motivating, and there's a bit of Yuri element in it as well. There are quite a number of characters in the story, but I can remember all of them. Each of them has unique personality, so it's really enjoyable to read. The story is pretty decent, but the one thing I really love about this manga is the character designs. The art is just so cute, and I love looking at this manga. If you can't tell yet, this is from the author of New Game, which is a really good slice of life manga. Huge bonus card from Animate. Next up, It's All Your Fault Volume 4. This is a rom-com girls love manga and it's about cosplay as well. I find this manga pretty funny. I love how the characters interact with each other, and there's a bit of fan service as well, which is a plus for me. The art is pretty cute as well, and I would easily recommend this. Next up, Kindergarten Wars Volume 11. I can't believe we're at Volume 11 already, it's so fast. This is an action comedy manga and it's so stupid it makes you laugh reading it. The jokes get repetitive somewhere in the middle, but the story do get interesting later in the story. I think the English community love it as well, just don't take the story too seriously. It's a fun read and just enjoy. Love the bonus card here. Next up, The Bride of the Kyogane Clan Volume 1. This is actually recommended by one of my viewers, thank you so much. This is a marriage battle fantasy that I heard started off really good. Our male MC is from the Kyogane family, which is very well known as a demon slayer. One day, he is brought to this bride with a secret behind her pretty appearance. It's a shonen action story, and one thing that really stood out to me when I looked at this manga is the art. Just look at how detailed it is so insanely good. I haven't read this yet, but the reviews say that the story is pretty fast-paced. Like, they could fit in one chapter what other mangas would take 20 chapters to do. So yeah, it sounds really interesting, can't wait to read it. Amazing bonus card for Animate. Next up, Mandalise Volume 11. This manga is about figure skating and I absolutely love it. Even if you are not a fan of ice skating, this manga will make you fall in love with it, and I've had tears in my eyes reading this manga. It is really good and I strongly recommend it. The anime is coming soon, but I don't think it will be as good as the manga, so pick it up right now. Next up, I have 8 volumes of Sudachi no Maojo up to the latest one. This manga has been listed on the Next Manga Award 2022 and 2023, so it definitely seems pretty good. I saw it on sale for a very good deal, that's why I got it here. I'll get into the introduction really soon, but people say that this manga is actually more interesting than what it seems. From the cover illustrations, the art looks pretty clean, and it's more on the cute side. By the way, this story is still ongoing. I love that we get some bonus content on the inner cover. The setting of this manga is kind of like Frieren in the sense that the story takes place in a peaceful world after the demon lord has been defeated. This is our male MC and he is the owner of this item shop called Sudachi. In a fantasy world, this is where usually people go to buy potions, accessories, things like that, but in a peaceful world, there's no demand for that. So he's struggling with sales, but one day he met this mysterious girl and that's where the story starts. Let me know if you have read this before. Next up, a love letter and a 13-year-old actress. I have the first 5 volumes here up to the latest one and it's still ongoing. Well, looking at the title, I know what you're thinking, but stop right there. I haven't read it yet, but this should be a perfectly healthy manga. So this girl is the so-called 13-year-old actress and she is the female MC of this series. The publisher of this manga is Hobunsha, which is known for the genre of cute girls doing cute things like Bocchi the Rock and Yuru Camp, but it seems that this manga has a bit more drama to it. So the male MC is actually the manager of this child actress, and of course, he is an adult. I haven't seen any story like this before, at least on manga, so I think it's pretty interesting. Let's do a flip through so you can get an idea of how the art looks like. It's pretty cute and this is the art style I like. My first impression is that she has some feelings for him, but I don't know how this is gonna turn out, so yeah, I'm really excited to read this. I also got some bonus cards and leaflets from the seller for the past 5 volumes. I love how much effort they put into the bonus items. Okay, finally, we have the first 7 volumes of There is Also a Hole in the Student Organization. This manga is still ongoing strong and it's very loved by the readers. I purposely leave it to the last because I think this will be my favorite manga out of everything I've unboxed today. You can tell from the cover that this is a comedy manga and there are so many interesting characters. This manga was the winner of the Next Manga Awards 2023, like first place. I haven't started reading it yet, but I can see why people love it. You know, the student councils in anime are notorious for being filled with weird people, and I think this manga takes it to the next level. I like how they designed the cover, it's so colorful. There's some content on the inner cover as well, that's why I love Kodansha as a publisher. Let's do a flip through. Okay, this is actually so creative. Also, just so you know, aside from comedy, there's also some fan service in the manga as well. This manga is mainly a 4-cell manga as you can see here, which I think is absolutely perfect for the tone. We're still on the first chapter, but I can already feel the chaos in the student organization. If I enjoy this manga, maybe I'll make a video about it in future, so let me know if I've read it before. I got the bonus cards from volume 4 to volume 7. If you have watched till this point, you are amazing. This is my longest video in a while, and also my biggest manga haul for 2024. Let me know if you have any recommendations for me. I read every single comment. Like, subscribe, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!